The National Electrical Code, (ONEC), specifies requirements for the placement of electrical outlets in relation to plumbing fixtures such as pedestal sinks. The primary reason for these regulations is to prevent electrical shock hazards. When water and electricity are in close proximity, the risk of accidental electrocution increases significantly. The NEC addresses this risk by mandating minimum distances between outlets and water sources, ensuring a safer environment. In the context of a pedestal sink, the code dictates that an electrical outlet should be located at least 36 inches, or 3 feet away from the sink's edge. This measurement is typically taken horizontally from the outer rim of the sink. The 36-inch distance serves as a buffer zone, reducing the likelihood of water splashing or coming into contact with the electrical outlet. This requirement applies to all standard 120-volt outlets found in residential bathrooms. It is important to note that this distance is a minimum requirement, and exceeding it is always permissible and often recommended for enhanced safety. Several factors contribute to the importance of adhering to this code requirement. Firstly, water is an excellent conductor of electricity. If an electrical device, such as a hairdryer or electric shaver, falls into a sink filled with water, the water can become energized, creating a severe electrocution hazard. The 36-inch distance helps to minimize the possibility of such an event. Secondly, splashes and spills are common occurrences in bathrooms. Even small amounts of water can compromise the safety of electrical outlets, leading to short circuits, equipment damage, and potential electric shock. The required distance provides a safeguard against these everyday bathroom mishaps. Thirdly, the NEC aims to protect not only the users of the bathroom but also anyone who might come into contact with the electrical system, including maintenance personnel and future occupants of the building. Compliance with the code ensures a consistently safe electrical environment for everyone. Understanding the specific wording of the NEC is crucial for accurate interpretation and implementation of the code. The relevant sections of the NEC address the installation of receptacles in damp or wet locations and near plumbing fixtures. These sections outline the minimum distances and other safety precautions that must be observed. It is essential to consult the most current edition of the NEC, as these requirements can be updated or revised periodically. When installing an electrical outlet near a pedestal sink, it is important to consider the overall layout of the bathroom. The placement of other fixtures, such as toilets, showers, and bathtubs, can also affect the permissible locations for electrical outlets. The NEC provides guidelines for these scenarios as well, ensuring that all potential hazards are addressed. In addition to the 36-inch distance requirement, other safety measures should be implemented when installing electrical outlets in bathrooms. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are mandatory for all outlets located in bathrooms. A GFCI is a device that monitors the flow of electricity through a circuit and quickly shuts off the power if it detects any leakage current. This leakage current can occur when water comes into contact with an electrical component, creating a potential shock hazard. GFCIs are designed to trip within milliseconds, preventing serious injury or death. The NEC requires that all 120-volt, 15-ampere and 20-ampere receptacles installed in bathrooms be GFCI protected. This protection can be provided by a GFCI receptacle, a GFCI circuit breaker, or a combination of both. Regularly testing GFCI outlets is crucial to ensure they are functioning correctly. Most GFCI receptacles have a test button that allows you to verify their operation. It is recommended to test GFCI outlets at least once a month. Another important safety measure is the proper grounding of electrical outlets. Grounding provides a safe path for electricity to flow in the event of a fault, preventing the buildup of dangerous voltages. All electrical outlets should be connected to a grounding conductor, which is typically a bare copper wire or a green insulated wire. The grounding conductor should be connected to the grounding terminal of the outlet and to the main grounding system of the building. Proper grounding is essential for the effective operation of GFCI protection. In addition to the specific requirements for electrical outlets near pedestal sinks, the NEC also addresses general safety considerations for electrical installations in bathrooms. These considerations include the proper wiring methods, the use of approved electrical boxes, and the protection of wiring from physical damage. All electrical work should be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local electrical codes. When planning a bathroom renovation or new construction project, it is important to consult with an electrician early in the process. The electrician can help you determine the optimal locations for electrical outlets and ensure that all installations comply with the applicable codes. Obtaining the necessary permits and inspections is also essential to ensure the safety and legality of the electrical work. Failing to comply with electrical codes can result in fines, delays, and potentially dangerous conditions. In summary, the NEC requires that electrical outlets be located at least 36 inches away from a pedestal sink to prevent electrical shock hazards. This distance is a minimum requirement, and exceeding it is always recommended for enhanced safety. GFCIs are mandatory for all outlets in bathrooms, and proper grounding is essential. All electrical work should be performed by a qualified electrician who is familiar with the NEC and local electrical codes. By following these guidelines, you can ensure a safe and code-compliant electrical installation in your bathroom. Remember to always consult the most current edition of the NEC for the latest requirements and recommendations. Also, it is important to understand the concept of clearance as it relates to electrical safety around sinks and other plumbing fixtures. Clearance refers to the unobstructed space around electrical equipment that is necessary for safe operation and maintenance. The NEC specifies minimum clearance distances for various types of electrical equipment, including outlets, switches, and lighting fixtures. These clearance requirements are intended to provide sufficient space for workers to access and service the equipment without being exposed to electrical hazards. In the context of a pedestal sink, the 36-inch distance requirement is essentially a clearance requirement. It ensures that there is enough space between the sink and the electrical outlet to prevent water from coming into contact with the outlet during normal use. The clearance also allows for safe access to the outlet for cleaning and maintenance purposes. When planning the layout of a bathroom, it is important to consider not only the minimum distances specified in the NEC but also the overall clearance requirements. This may involve adjusting the placement of fixtures or using smaller fixtures to create more space around electrical equipment. It is also important to be aware of the potential for future changes to the bathroom layout. If you anticipate adding or moving fixtures in the future, it is important to plan the electrical system accordingly. This may involve installing additional outlets or using flexible wiring methods that can be easily adapted to changing needs. Another important consideration is the type of electrical outlet that is used near a pedestal sink. Tamper-resistant receptacles, or TRRs, are now required in many areas, including bathrooms. TRR has spring-loaded shutters that prevent children from inserting objects into the outlet. These receptacles provide an additional layer of safety, especially in households with young children. When selecting electrical outlets for bathroom, it is important to choose those that are specifically designed for use in damp or wet locations. These outlets are typically constructed of corrosion-resistant materials and have features that prevent water from entering the outlet. They are also often equipped with weatherproof covers to protect the outlet from splashes and spills. In addition to the NEC, local electrical codes may also have specific requirements for electrical installations in bathrooms. These local codes may be more stringent than the NEC and may address specific issues that are relevant to the local area. It is important to consult with your local building department to determine the applicable codes for your project. The information provided here is for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional advice. Always consult with a qualified electrician and refer to the latest edition of the NEC and local electrical codes before performing any electrical work. The goal is always to ensure that all electrical installations are safe, code compliant, and suitable for the intended use. Firstly, careful planning and attention to detail are essential when installing electrical outlets near pedestal sinks. Secondly, adherence to the NEC and local electrical codes is paramount for ensuring safety and preventing electrical hazards. Thirdly, qualified electricians should perform all electrical work. By following these principles, a safe and functional bathroom electrical system can be created that will provide years of reliable service.